Welcome back to the show, you guys. Roads Untraveled. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. I don't know if you guys remember, back in January, a couple of friends and I went over to Tokyo, Japan, and we toured the RWB HQ. Total mental explosion over there. It was a really surreal experience. And you guys seem to love that video. I mean, it was like an inside look into the work of Nakai-san and what he's doing. And this is going to be kind of a similar video, but obviously we're here in Richmond, BC. This is my new car that we will have plenty of videos on. But we're here at Autodromo Racing and Development, which is my good buddy Sid and Will's shop, and Kuma. And we're just gonna give you guys a little bit of a tour. They have so many plans, lots of drifting plans, and lots of cool stuff going on. So let's head inside, we'll go talk to Sid. You guys will recognize him, and Will. So Sid, wanna tell the people how long you guys have been here? And
we've been here for roughly just under 2 months now. Like I said in the Japan video, welcome to our home in Vancouver now.
In Vancouver.
Yeah, so.
Well, we're just across the river, so no BIs here.
Exactly.
This is like, I mean, this is where I've been spending a lot of my time. You guys probably follow me on Instagram, follow Sid on Instagram. You've been seeing a lot of stuff on the shop. And you guys just bought, I guess we should start with this thing on the lift right here.
Yeah, this is our drift taxi.
Drift taxi?
So we will be converting this into an interiorless 4 fixed racing seat missile for the track.
So just 4 fixed buckets.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's to show, you know, prospective customers or people that are interested in drifting, what a properly set up car can be like, and controlled, driven by somebody that is fully in control of the vehicle.
It's not European. Yeah, so drift taxi.
Yep.
Drift Academy, obviously, this is insane. I mean, I'm no mechanic, but like, I think anybody watching this channel would want this snap-on tool set right here.
This is, yeah, one of my most recent purchases. Working on this one as well. It's a 280 CE from 1978. Special thing about this car was it's the first C-Class, E-Class bodied coupe version ever made. And it was the top model in its time. In 1978, the 911 was a 2.7 liter, making around 150 horsepower. This thing pumped out 175. So in today's standard, this would be the C63. Is what you would call it. But the way that these cars were made in the 70s and 80s, extremely over-engineered. Most of the car feels like it was honed out of a solid brick of metal. So you do feel that it's very solid compared to the newer cars nowadays. Yeah, for sure.
What else do we have? Do you want to talk about that, Sid, or is this like hush-hush on the whiteboard?
So we have a leaderboard here.
A lap time leaderboard.
And if you know, you know.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, there you go, Autodromo. We're here in Richmond, by the way. If you guys want, I mean...
Yeah, we're by in the Bridgeport area.
But we do hold meets. You guys hold meets?
Yeah, we do hold meets here, you know, and we, like I said, we fix like any car. You don't have to have like a super fancy or vintage particular type of car. If there's something wrong with it, we can probably help you sort it out.
I love that. That's great. Yeah, RWB Vancouver up there. I mean, are we gonna ignore the things we're just walking past right here?
Yeah, so these ones are... I don't know if I should be talking about these, to be honest.
Okay, we'll skip the go-karts, just for props.
Those are pretty bad.
we're gonna start...
Those are pretty bad. What else can I talk about?
There is an E46 M3
yeah, there's an E46 here.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine. He's said he was never going to sell this car. Has a kid now, so definitely that story changes. Fully kitted out. This was a no budget build.
Yeah, Cybon, carbon hood, carbon trunk,
yeah.
Full cage.
KW coilovers. So V3, I believe these ones are.
Yeah. It is an SMG though. I just have to say.
Yes. Like if it was a manual, I'd probably buy it from him.
Yeah.
The fact that it is, I'm like, do I want to do a tranny swap? Probably not.
Yeah. Gorgeous color though.
Yes.
Gorgeous color.
Okay, so these are from different RWBs that have been cut either in town or somewhere in North America. They basically serve as a memory for me of all the builds that I've been to. Like if I look at a fender, I'll remember like, what happened during that build, who was there, what was the atmosphere. You know, each one is a fun little flashback every time I look at it.
It's the first fender that Nakai-san always cuts off that he goes and signs, right?
Well, or the first one that I snatch. So.
Yeah. yeah.
Whichever comes first.
Yeah. There's a lot of history here, and you can see. Actually, just noticed this the other day.
That's a stencil from my hood.
Yeah.
Those were created just last year from Maya-san from Japan. She drew that by hand, and then it's now created into a stencil, and Nakai spray paints that on all of the idlers cars before we go racing. And that stuff over there, you know, serves as a memory of my old car, what it used to be.
Yes. Sid's car has 2 liveries.
Yes.
So if you guys remember, actually no, you pointed this out last time. We've never shot a video
with the original livery.
Yes.
Yes.
With the
first time you shot the car, it was experimenting with the second livery. Yes. And now it's fully fledged.
Yeah.
I believe the comment on YouTube was a merge between a Porsche and My Little Pony. It's the exact quote.
What an insult.
Whatever, man. Whatever works.
Oh, I mean,
That's all good.
What else we got here?
I'd say that wall's probably more interesting.
Yeah, let's, I mean, we can't ignore the 993.
Yeah, so 993 engineless right now. No engine. So Marcus definitely can fit in there.
Yes.
Yeah, 96 993. Originally with an Autotranny 3.6 liter engine. Ripping that out for something a little bit more appropriate for an RWB body kit, you know. Like,
yeah, so this is gonna be.
Yeah, like we've had experience with RWBs for a few years now, and you know, quite honestly, they're not very fast cars. They're good for cornering and they look great, but you know, if you want the massive power, you either got to turbocharge or spend as much as you did on your whole build for an engine, or you go a more logical route and stick an LS in it.
Logical.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Since we're ruining the cars anyways, you know, you might as well run the drivetrain as well.
Yeah, see, everyone who was about to comment just stopped commenting because you said it.
Exactly. No, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Can't argue with money, right?
Beautiful car. I've never driven a 993. I'm trying to think. No, I've never driven a 993.
No.
Nope.
Wow, this will probably be your first.
Yeah. Well, here, this is pretty special.
Oh, Nakai's chair. So this chair was like made just for Nakai-san during Milk's build 2 years ago, I believe. His car is a direct match to this chair. So the leather on this chair, the same leather as on his seat, and also the Pepita houndstooth fabric that's on this is also the same as the center insert of his car. And if you look really closely, or the people that were at the build, they will actually see little 2 marker marks on the. When he was signing this, Nakai casually just went, "Oh, does this pen work?" ... and then signed it. And we had to, you know, painfully try to clean that off.
Nakai is he's so blue collar, you know?
0 F's given.
Yes.
That's why we love him.
Yeah.
That's the favorite part.
He gets his hands dirty. My favorite part of the shop, I'm a little biased, but we have our logo in the window.
We have to represent.
Thank you, Sid.
Of course. Yeah, so this wall right here is special because each poster here represents a build that I attended as well. And some of these pictures were actually taken by me. For example, this yellow picture right here, Nakai lent me his car in California, Nora, for 4 days when I went to LA. And I drove that car to Lake Elsinore. And I remember backing it up against the lake and turning the wheels and then taking that picture.
No way.
And then I sent that to my digital artist and told him, you know, it's in California, so let's put some palm trees and a sunset in there.
Yeah, you got the color palette going on here, the sunset, like the red and yellow.
So. And then the idlers cars, you know, these are the cars that Nakai-san provides for all the international owners. The 7 rides that he, you know, sets up every year, rebuilds the motors and all that stuff. That's why people say like, oh, Nakai-san, he probably makes like, $1 million a year. Yes, in sales, okay? I don't doubt that at all. However, rebuilding every single one of these cars
the maintenance?
once a year,
yeah.
there it all goes, you know what I mean? Like, so, to say that he's very, like, profitable doing what he does, correct, but it all goes back into the hobby, and that's kind of the most important thing. That's his lifeblood. You know, that's why he says he'll do this till he dies, because that's what it's all about.
It's the adrenaline.
It's the adrenaline.
At the end of the day, yeah.
And creating more of that for more people, right? That's the most important thing.
Yeah. And didn't we see a couple of these cars? Or not, maybe not these specific ones, but we definitely saw
when we were in Japan.
Yeah.
You saw this one, Violetta for sure.
Mm-hmm. That was the one right up front.
This one was getting a rebuild.
Yeah.
That one has a story I'm not supposed to talk about.
Oh, but yeah, the purple one had like tire chunks, like it had just come off the track.
I remember commenting about that. It had like these giant, just pieces of tire.
Of rubber, yeah.
Yeah, some of the stuff we bought while we were in Japan. I don't know if you remember the sticker that says safety second with a no condom.
Oh, it's unlocked.
I don't have that one anymore. I gave that one to Kuma.
Okay, this one's still pretty cool.
This one is sweet.
Please smoking. But yeah, we had one that had like a condom and it had it crossed out.
And it said safety second. Yeah, what else is special?
The Japanese definitely have a great sense of humor.
That was cut out of my car?
We do have, I don't want to leave this area here. So, you've got a glass case here.
Yes.
Obviously this morning I went ahead and kind of got ahead of ourselves and put the first items in. We have our 100,000 plaque there. We've got a Roads Untraveled hat.
Yes.
And then hopefully, in the future, we'll have like a bunch of our jet tags and stuff here at the shop. So like if you're local and you have cash and you want to pick up a jet tag, you want to say hi,
physical location.
Yeah, obviously COVID, like distancing, wear a mask, etc.
Yes.
But
you know, all the companies and clubs that kind of keep us afloat, I want to say a thank you to them. You know, obviously you guys, Roads Untraveled, and RWB and Drift Academy, and also RCS Auto House and GT Club. You know, you guys all are the pillars of the foundation of this place. So
a lot of crazy shit's gonna happen here.
Yeah, well, already has.
Already has. On and off camera. Before we go, do you want to talk about the sign? This is a custom sign.
So this is a sign that's like adorns Kabukicho whenever you go to Kabukicho in Tokyo. So now it's more of like a tourism district where people go and have drinks. Still a little bit of seedy underbelly stuff going on, but essentially in the 80s and 90s, this was known as the red light district. So if you wanted drugs or prostitutes, this is where you would go. And the reason why I have this sign here, you know, is not because we have any of those things here, don't get me wrong. It's because of the fact that a lot of the cars that I enjoy personally, and from the JDM bubble era, were born during the bubble era, which was the 80s and 90s, where people would walk around with millions of dollars of wads of cash and yen inside their pockets, and they would be, you know, this was the big businessman. These were when the giant companies were just exploding and making their mark, and Toyota became a giant, you know, and this reminds me of that. And whenever I see this, it's like, hey, this is what we represent, that feeling of the golden era, you know, like Wolf of Wall Street shit, you know.
Like you could do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. There you have it, you guys. This is Autodromo Racing and Development. Look out for future videos. I don't know what the next one here is gonna be. We'll probably do like a quick shout out with the glass case and our products when we do another video. But until then, see you guys next time.
Peace.